Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. What do you think about the formation here, Jim?
Yeah, it's one of these systems, Peter, where the front three are obviously the headline makers, but the back three have considerable responsibility and pressure on them, so a strong voice is needed to keep everyone switched on to their defensive duties. Everybody has to kind of play their part in getting behind the ball at times, and it's not always done because the focus is very offensive.
Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cross goes in there.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Bullet. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Bullet. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Messi. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. There's the crossfield ball. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Messi. Yaya Toure.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Messi. Oh, well played. Isco is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Maradona. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And it's gone back to the keeper. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Vieira. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Here's... tries a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Chiellini gets it away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi. Think Neymar! Oh, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Gullit is offering a right smile there.
Maradona. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ah, that's a fine interception. And here's Vieira. Very nicely done. Can he get on the end of this? And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Gullit with the short one. He is just caressing the ball. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Vieira. And it's Messi. Oh, this is a great position. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Yaya Toure. Now it's Messi. Kimmich. João Palhinha. He's in space and looking for options. And Messi! Could be danger here. Corner given.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
En el marcador se puede ver información relacionada con la seguridad del estadio.
And we're underway again.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Looking to play him in. Thuram. Yaya Toure. Neymar. Gullit constantly looking for the ball into the box. Oh, he's given it away. Neuer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's a shade optimistic. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Yaya Toure. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's cut it out. Thuram. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Neymar. Messi. And this is Messi. Vieira looking to get on the end of this. And this is Messi. He's having a shot! They've scored! It was bound to happen one way or another. He is just too good a player for it not to. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Now he's off and running. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Messi, and that has put paid to that. Bullet. João Palhinha. And here's Ibrahimovic. Isco. Isco's climbs up it. That's another chance. No mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. He's had a shot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9, Ibrahimovic. El dorsal 24, el dorsal 6, Cristiano Ronaldo. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
And it's
26,
Messi.
el dorsal 79.
Engages and
el dorsal
forces him off the
21.
ball.
Se va a realizar un cambio
Messi.
de jugadores.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And that's going right the way across. Not the most accurate pass. Dembele! Oh, That is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Oh, super find.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now that's well seen too. Neymar.
Habrá 2 minutos
Now it's
de descuento.
Ibrahimovic. Now it's Messi. Oh, good ball! Messi. And that has left him in a heap. Looks across and plays it in. Now it's Dembele. Looking for the run. That's that, the end. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Messi taking in the... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rui Costa. Pull it. Oh, no joy this time. Michael. Now, can they get him away? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Messi! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ibrahimovic. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Passing is crisp and sharp. Veron tries to play it through. Tries to get it clear. And we have our very first corner. He's got away. Lovely feet. And the finish! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Beckham plays it short. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And this is Messi. Veron. He's on it, can he get away? And Cruyff! Cruyff! That is beyond words! A finish right from the top draw! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
He's having a go! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now there's a fine ball. Chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. They've done it! And they've been looking for. Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And here's Cruyff.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Cruyff. Yaya Toure. Veron. Messi. Threads one in. Beckham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. And this is Ibrahimovic. That ball looks a good one. He's found a way. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there.
Oh, what has happened? Shot a goal! It's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Messi! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Rijkaard. Beckham. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. He has found the way through. Opts to play it back. He's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Can he finish? He scores! And they are cruising away. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
But Ibrahimovic! Really well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They off. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Barcelona have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Not the most accurate pass. Veron. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that's well seen too. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pass is just off target.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And here's Neymar, and this is Cruyff. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And the shot! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Bullet looking understandably energised after his goal. Dink through. That is good alertness. And it's Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. Rui Costa. And it's Yaya Toure. Veron. Now Yaya Toure. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Ibrahimovic. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rui Costa. Vieira producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Rui Costa. Nice sequence of passes, this. Ibrahimovic. Great chance! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Irrepressible! And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely spread. Well read, nice interception. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Pull it. And this is Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Nicely aimed pass. Played out to the right. He's got away.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, well played.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quick.
Shoots! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Looking to play him in. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that's a key interception. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Head over towards the opposite flank. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Pretty robust defending.
Pull it. Now it's Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That is a great pick out. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
No, that's been intercepted. Cruyff. Barcelona are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. He has found the way through. Carvajal. Xavi Alonso. Pinches it off him. Roberto Carlos. Ibrahimovic. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Referee has just said play on. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Messi. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's Carvajal. Vieira. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Barcelona have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Wriggles his way through. It's a really well-measured ball. Maldini with a fine tackle.
Oh, that's real confidence in that tackle. He got himself in the perfect position.
Look at the space here. Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic is offering a right smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He's had a shot! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And this is Messi. Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Barcelona really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure, and come again.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Xavi Alonso. Played out towards the right wing. That's going right the way across. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Aimed beyond the defence. Ball swung in. Cruyff. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That is good alertness. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And Hullet! Has a look and plays it forward. Messi! Rijkaard. Carvajal. And it's Ibrahimovic. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Hullet. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but...
Vieira! Roberto Carlos to Ibrahimovic. And that's put paid to a promising move. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Ibrahimovic, and Messi! Same again, same outcome.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And this is Messi. 75 minutes played. And he's picked it up out wide. Maldini gets a foot in here. Cruyff. Vieira. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Barcelona finding their passes. Xavi Alonso knocks it into space. Ibrahimovic, and that is expertly dealt with.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Can he finish? Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they've got their lead back. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 23.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Barcelona take the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Out towards the flank. Bergkamp proves too strong, too smart.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Drogba. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And that interception. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
FC Barcelone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge... Ibrahimovic! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pull it. And this is Pelé. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well timed, excellent interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Ronaldinho. And the counter is on. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Toulouse! And Toulouse have the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Delivers with... Oh, smashing header! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Has a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Yaya Toure.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Pelé stood his ground strongly. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Messi. Figo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Iniesta. And this is chance for a shot! And it's in! Back to within one! Interesting! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous...
And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Pele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They want to be quick to recover this. Toulouse have the chance to go the other way. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Toulouse clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
This might spell danger. Figo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cross deflected behind for a corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's managed to get rid. And he's only too happy to take tries from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Guardiola. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Oh, great feat, that.
He is through here. And this is Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Changement.
Barcelona get the second half going. That pass has been well intercepted. Guardiola. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Figo. Diving header! Great effort. He flew in with courage.
A good attempt. The ball was at a lovely height too.
Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Cruyff. Now it's Pele. Chance here to counter. That has been cut short. Now they can break here. Yaya Toure. Koeman calmly anticipates. And it's Cruyff. Nice sequence of passes, this. And he's on his way! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lovely, now then. He's found... Great chance! Superb goal! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Can he finish? No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Shot a goal! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Barcelona grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Koeman, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Not the most accurate pass.
Changement pour Toulouse. Le numéro 9, Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 17, le numéro 5, Vieira. Le numéro 18.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Back in possession and ready to go again. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Iniesta. He's shifting through the gears here. Great ball, and he's in here, and he shoots! Goal! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Davids. Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Messi. Look at, there's the shot! They've done it! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football.
Mbappe is on his own. And the shot! And he hits the net. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now, certain sections of the stadium.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we.